You have entered the Plumbing Business Success Zone, teaching entrepreneurs the business of plumbing. This is Potty Talk Live, recorded live every week. Turn on notifications to never miss an episode. Now your host, Richard Bainey, the $1 Million Plumber.
Hey, plumbing pros, welcome to the 341st episode of Potty Talk Live. I'm your host, Richard Bainey, the $1 Million Plumber, along with my co-host, the lovely Laura, where we're talking the business of plumbing, how to systemize, stylize, and monetize your plumbing business. So it's not just a job that you own, all right, but an asset that provides you the security and the life that you desire for you and your family. So
that's a new one.
All right, so that's what this is all about, okay? In fact, I can't wait to get into tonight's episode here, because tonight's episode we're talking about how do I grow my plumbing business? How do I grow my plumbing business?
That's a great question.
That's the $1 Million question. All right, we're going to answer that.
Answered by the $1 Million
That's right. That's right. All right. Hey, it's good to have you here. Hey, if you're watching us live, part of the live social audience, please type live in the comments.
Yes, please.
Let us know that you're here live with us. All right. If you're watching the replay, please type replay. Let us know you caught the replay. And if you're listening to the podcast, you know what to do. Just keep on listening. All right. It's good to have you here. Mr. Aaron,
hey, Aaron.
Sylvia.
See, you made it, Aaron.
Yeah, that's right, in the house. Hey, Jim, welcome, man.
Hey,
Glad
Jim.
you're here, part of the live social audience. Good to have you here. All right. It's good to have you here, baby.
Good to have you here as well.
Okay.
I wouldn't do it without you.
Yeah. I couldn't do anything without you, baby.
Well, you know.
All right.
I purposely set it up that way.
I know.
That you absolutely depend on me for everything.
I do. It's just how it is. You know who the real $1 Million Plumber is, don't you? All right. But it's good to be here. I know
Happy
we
Monday,
missed
everybody.
We missed last week.
We did.
Okay. I pulled the plug because the lovely Laura was on drugs. Okay, it wouldn't have been, well, it would have been cute. You would have enjoyed it for about a couple minutes.
I'd have passed right
Then
out.
you would have felt bad for her, yeah, because she would have been passed out here on the desk
It
here.
would have been ugly.
But let me
Yes.
explain.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, you got a little procedure done on your knees.
I
Pretty
did.
cool stuff, stem cell.
Stem cell replacement on my knees to make my knees more bionic.
Yes.
Give me knees of a 25-year-old. Yep.
All right, that's right.
As opposed to going through big old knee replacement surgery, went the stem cell route. I did it 8 or 9 years ago. Worked great, and now just need a little tune-up. But yeah, it's a bit of a procedure.
It's kind of thing because they take these long
Chris.
needles, get the stem
Well, it
cells
was
out
longer
of
than
you.
that. It was about this long
Yeah,
and about this thick needle, and they just jab it into your knees.
Right.
Ooh.
And into the bone.
And into the bone of the knee.
Into the joint,
Hey,
into the
Jeff.
bone.
Jeff McCann.
Hey, welcome, Jeff.
That's a name from the past,
from the
isn't
past, yes.
it? Right?
Yes. BV, welcome, brother.
Yes.
Okay. Danilo.
That's funny.
All right.
Jeff. So anyway, so I did have to take pain medicine, which I never take. I usually just kind of,
The lovely Laura's no wimp.
but
She's pretty tough.
pain medicine was necessary.
She may look all soft and pretty on the outside, but she's hardcore inside.
Yeah. So anyway, hey Cody.
So I knew
Tonini.
she was hurting because she takes
I took a pain med.
that they gave you.
Right.
I mean, which she doesn't do because you don't like to feel loopy
No, I
and all
do not
that.
like to
But
feel
you
loopy.
were in pain.
Hey Matt. Yes.
So about 30 minutes before she wasn't coming around, I said, I pulling the
Hey
plug.
Dale.
Pulling
Yes.
the plug.
Because it would have been an interesting show. We'll just say that.
Yes.
So anyway, pulled the plug and I went right to bed and slept for 12 hours.
Yes.
But the knees are doing great. I'm rebuilding cartilage as I sit here.
Yep.
It's beautiful.
It's amazing stuff. All right.
Technology. Gotta love medical technology. So anyway,
right. That's right.
That was
So-
why we missed last week. Thank you for those that reached out and said, "What happened?"
But I'm glad you're here.
Hey, Kimberly.
And I'm glad you're here.
Yes.
Okay, we got a great topic here, how to grow your plumbing business, okay? And I'm going to bring it here. I'm going to talk, I always say, I'll talk straight, okay? We got some things you can do here, but I'm just going to come at you straight here, okay? How you got to be thinking about things.
All right.
Okay, can't wait to get it.
Jersey boys and
and girls are
Hey,
live, all
Bobby.
right.
And Val.
Good to have you guys here.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, we have a question
do we
for
have a question?
tonight.
What is a question for tonight?
I don't know. Do we? I don't
All right,
even
Shelby,
know
you got
if
a question
she
there?
does.
There we go.
Oh.
How many trucks do you want to have by the end of 2022?
2022.
Okay, that's one of the growth things we look at,
Yes.
So as we're starting out here, beginning of 2022, by the end of 2022, how many trucks do you want to have?
Yes. Which is now, hey Danny, which is now 11 months away.
Yes.
Time's flying.
All right.
Tick, tick, tick.
Okay. So maybe in
Hi, Keith.
there I could say in the answer, put how many you have now, and
that's
then a
good.
slash or a dash, and then how many.
How many you want to have?
Right.
Yes. Or not how many you want to have. We should ask a dip. How many will you have?
Will you have? That's a good way of putting it.
That's a better statement.
Will you have?
I will have
Right.
blank trucks by the end of next year.
Okay.
Of this year, 2022.
Okay.
Yes, so what's it
And
going
I
to
see
be?
the sign up for text messages and all that. Yeah, do that. Help us get the word out here.
Yes.
Also, if you like what's going on here, please like and share.
Share.
Okay.
Everybody just share
Okay.
right now. That would be great.
Both is
Facebook,
16 plus.
16 plus.
All right. Will have.
Facebook likes, their algorithms, and they do all kinds of things. And one way that they kind of get your Facebook Lives out to more people is by the amount of comments that you have and the amount of shares. So we certainly ask you, if you feel led,
Right.
give us a share.
Please do.
Or just sit for the whole time and just hit the love button.
Mike says has 3. That was Mike. Is that you have 3 now? Like I just said, 3. And then going to have 4, or are you going to have 3 to 4?
I think I'm pretty sure, because Mike is with Coach Delnay, and I'm pretty sure it is him by himself. So, I'm pretty sure. So,
let's like the lovely Laura said, let's be more certain on that. So instead of saying 3 to 4, if that's what we're saying, 4.
right.
In fact, there's no reason why, even starting out here, if you have 0 trucks,
says
there's
he's
no
down
reason
4.
why by the end of this year you can't have 4 trucks.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, Mike, for
Okay,
sure.
right.
Coach Delnay pushing you on that?
Right.
Absolutely. Cody says he's got 4 now, 6 by the end of the year. All right, Cody.
Okay.
Cody, I don't recognize your name. Where are you out of, Cody?
Good to have
Like
you here,
know.
Cody.
Yes, welcome.
Looks like a good-looking
to Potty
family
Talk
there.
Live.
I love
Yes.
the profile pic. Just like
2
I love
now.
Aaron's. All right,
Lima
2.
Plumbing. We'll have 5 on the road with butts in them by the end of the year.
There
All
we
right,
go, so
Aaron.
guys get it
with
right.
those brand new trucks, everybody be on the edge of your seats waiting for the new
brand.
Bohannan Plumbing branding. It is
So cool.
so cool. Now they've
I
got
know.
Dan straightened out.
Yeah, right.
Just kidding, Dan.
Yeah,
just
right.
kidding. He's on the show next
So-
week. Next Monday.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, he's on next Potty Talk.
All right.
I will have me out of the band, at least 3 on the road with me out of the band. Yes, that's what I thought too.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, you most assuredly will.
Yeah, you will, Mike.
For sure. For sure.
All right, Mrs. Babe. We have 3 now, but we'll
Whoa.
have 8 by the end of the year. I love it.
Love that. You guys, if you can
And
see
so-
the logo there, the Babe Plumbing truck. Love that branding.
And we already miss you guys.
We do.
We just had
Are you freezing cold up there
the
yet?
Babes brought the family down here, impromptu. I guess they shut the school down because someone, sneezed or something. And so they said, heck, we're getting out of Dodge, out of Minnesota.
That's right.
And came down here, and we got to hang out with them and their family.
Yes, so fun.
All right, had a great time.
Yes.
Good seeing you
Jacob
guys.
said 3 trucks and 3 guys by the end of this year.
All
yes,
right.
I'm pretty sure. Jacob, you're one guy truck, right? 1 mile, one. Speak for me.
Yeah, one truck?
man. Yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. So he's also with Coach Delnay.
All right.
Yeah.
No reason why you can't.
Absolutely.
All right.
And wait, hey Jacob, are you going to let Mike beat you?
Right.
Huh?
Hey, guys, we have 4, but need to get them all out full time.
Full time. Amazing Plumbing Solutions.
Okay.
Amazing. That's a
All
great
right.
name.
All
Yeah,
right.
where are you out of? Amazing. Yeah, it's another new name.
There we
Love
go.
having new viewers, live
good.
viewers at Potty Talk Live. Welcome.
Hey, I tell you, it's all up here, and we're going to get into this. One of the things is it's up here and how you look at things.
Yes.
Okay. Like one of our, I won't say who it is. Well, Delnay's are a great one, but we have one of our clients here today that just a year ago was 1 truck, and now they're 10.
Bing.
Full time. So it's a
they just
mindset. It's
did
not
it.
because they have the best customers.
No, their customers
and
suck just like yours
Right.
do.
It's like they suck more. All right. They had guys waiting in line. No, in fact, it was a tough town because it's a union town. No one wants to work. Okay. All right. And so it's not all those excuses. It's what you decide, what
Yes.
you have up here. Okay. And it is that simple.
Yes, not easy.
Okay, but
it's
it's a
simple.
mindset. So
Yes.
let's get into that.
Okay.
How do I grow my plumbing business? Well,
I don't
Well, first of
know.
all, I said I want to touch on this thing that it's a mindset. Okay, so is your mindset a play it safe? Gonna die. All right, play it safe. All right. Okay. Or all right, the mindset that you really need. All right, is a fall forward mindset. Okay, all those that succeed, okay, are a fall forward.
Fall forward. Yes.
Okay, you got to be willing to fall forward. Okay, you got to be willing to take it. If play it safe, okay, and how do I know if you're a play it safe mindset, you will not make it.
You won't.
So let me help you with this. We got a
Okay.
great thing happening now. If you're one who wears a mask because you're afraid you're going to get sick, you will not make it. Okay, I'm just going to say.
Goodbye, Facebook.
Okay.
So if we do get booted off, go to themilliondollarplumber.com /show.
If your mindset is, I'm
out there.
afraid of this, okay, you will not, you don't have the mindset to make it in business. Okay, because business is not a safe place.
No, business is a risk.
Okay, and it's a risk, and it requires thinking. You don't have to be the smartest, but you have to have critical thinking.
Obviously.
Okay?
Right.
Yeah, obviously. Right. I was lucky I got out of high school. Right. Obviously.
Sorry. I mean, both of us, not you.
My wife just spoke. Okay? She knows me.
No,
okay?
no. Both of us, not just you.
No, you. Okay. All right. But it requires critical thinking. Okay. It requires not to be afraid. Not that you can be nervous. Okay. But is this thing going to really kill me?
You do it anyway.
All right. Or how sick am I going to get? And really, does it make sense? And how's this cloth going to pass? When
back to that.
Okay. We can sit down, but we got to wear the mask to it. But if I sit down. So that's critical thinking, and your business will require that in the real world, okay?
Yes.
So if your mind thinks like it's already thinking, like this doesn't make sense, you'll succeed, okay?
Yes.
All right? But if you're afraid, and it's you got to play it safe, you will not. So keep that in mind. So I just wanted to bring it that way,
all right?
Because I ask, that's just how it is.
Okay. Is that your point one, or that's
well,
just...
no, that's just the mindset.
The groundwork.
I just want to lay the groundwork.
All right.
To get right to it. Okay. I want to save you some pain. All right. All right.
That
okay.
if you're adverse to risk,
right. If you're afraid,
it's best to not keep going.
Right.
Yeah, it's just best.
Okay.
Because there's so many things that you have to do that you have to be comfortable with.
Right. You got.
You're going to be, and we say all the time.
Got to be comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yes.
Every one of our clients who have gone, and we get asked, that have gone quickly. Coach Delaney's a great example. $1,500, less than a year. In a year, they're a couple $1 million business. Were they nervous? Sure. But they weren't afraid, and the critical thinking.
They did it anyway.
They did it right. So is this Is this working? Does this make sense? Whatever. Well, I'm not quite. Okay, I'll move over here. Do that.
Right.
Critical thinking. Right. That's all. That's what it takes.
Right.
Okay. And I got 3 suggestions here.
Okay, good.
Okay, to simplify it. All right, you ready? All right,
Yes.
let's bring it here. All right, number 1.
Wait, put up Daryl's
to grow your plumbing business. What's Daryl's comment?
I just saw it. We straight jumped off the cliff. Yes.
Yeah, they did, right. Is that DW? That's right.
They did jump off the cliff.
Right.
Without even a bungee.
Right.
Yeah, there's no tie to them.
Right. You just gotta fall for it. You gotta jump.
Just
In fact,
jump.
my theme song is Jump from
Yes,
Van Halen or whatever. I mean that's what you just gotta jump. Okay. All right.
Okay.
And focus on the top line.
Focus on the top line.
Focus on the top line.
Whatever do you mean?
Focus on growing the top line, not on cutting cost.
Okay.
Okay. If your focus is cutting cost, okay, I can't spend that, or I can't. How are we going to come up with that? I love Delnay's. Their story. I mean, they've told.
Are they on?
They told the stories. The Delnay's on. All right. Okay. How even when they saw, because Dan the brand man is not going to want to hear this. But when they signed up for the branding and they wrote they agreed, they signed the paper. They didn't have any money to pay the but they knew that by the time what they were doing, they would have.
Yes.
They just felt, they were
going to make it work.
Right, but they weren't playing it safe.
Right.
Okay. But I would have it, and they did, and then some.
Yes.
Because it's the mindset. I'm moving forward. See how that is. It's like I see the guys. That wear the mask working out. Not doing anything.
Is it all going to go back to
well, because that's just the common today. It's right in our face.
Yes, it is.
So we have a visual of how we don't have to say this is how you think. But when you're working out and you have a mask on because you're afraid you're going to die from something, whatever, you're telling your body, I'm going to die. So no matter how much you work out, that body's going to psychologically, you're telling it's going to conserve itself. It's not going to build anything.
Right.
It's going to conserve fat because it's going to keep you alive because you've already told your mind, I'm going to die here. I'm in a dangerous setting here.
Danger.
All right? So the same thing happens in your business. What you focus on, okay? I mean, if you're focusing on scarcity, like, I got to cut all these little costs and all that,
Right.
and that kind of stuff. That's
Or save every little part, or
right.
yeah,
Okay.
little pieces of scrap.
That's not growth. You're focused on scarcity, so that's exactly what you're going to get. But when you focus on the top line, your mind is open to, okay, how do I get more sales?
Right.
Okay, how do I get more calls?
Growing
How do I
revenue.
get your mind, and that stuff just starts coming to you.
Right.
Okay, focus on the top line.
Yes.
Don't listen to your accountant. Okay,
Yeah, not for business advice.
Accountants they don't grow businesses. Okay, they can tell you how to count the money and what you did with the money after you spent it. Okay, but they don't know anything about growing a business.
No, they do not.
Okay, accountants as a whole.
Yes.
Okay,
Blanket statement,
accountants
but-
are also mask wearers. Okay, I guarantee you they're wearing masks. Okay, because they're scarcity minded. They're that checking every little thing.
That's a pretty broad.
I'm going to say they are just this is coming through almost 60 years of life and dealing with all this stuff. I
Are you
mean,
that old?
something is how it seems. When 2 plus 2 constantly equals 4, I guess it must be 4. Okay, so
Yeah,
when
well.
people behave a certain way and all that, you can see it. Okay, so your accountant. So don't. I get why we listen. We think we got to listen to their accountant because they deal with money and stuff, and so they know.
Right.
They don't know.
They don't.
So they'll have you doing stuff like a biggie is, well, they'll tell you, which is an arbitrary number, by the way, your marketing expense shouldn't be any more than 10%. They pulled that line out of there. Okay, that's just an arbitrary figure. But you can't, when you're starting out, you're investing. You're going to wind up spending more than 10%. Did I say 10%?
Yeah, you did.
More than 10% on your marketing. Okay.
Yes.
To get that. I mean, marketing is that energy that gets you known
Right.
and gets you going. What is it? Like the rockets that go into space. Over half, it's like 70% of their energy is expelled. I think it's even greater than that. To just get them out of gravity.
Well, that's a good analogy. Yeah.
So it
From a
takes
business standpoint.
all that. Okay.
To get you going.
Right.
Yes.
So you need to focus on that top line always. Focus on that top line.
Yes. Bring in more revenue, serving the customer better.
Right. Now I'm not saying as you get going that you just blow money
Of course.
stupidly.
Right.
And not aware of where the money's going.
Right.
Okay. But the concern and the push
Needs to be
is
top line.
Top line. You want to grow your plumbing business? Focus on the top line. Don't think, well, how can I afford that? Go afford it.
Right. Figure it out.
All right.
Make it happen.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
There we go. And
Okay.
again,
That was number
that's a mindset. Focusing on the top line. So I'm just there's a lot there. But again, I want to get to this mindset. This is a fall forward mindset as opposed to playing it safe.
Playing it
Okay.
safe. Okay.
Put your eyes on your objective and start after it.
Yes, absolutely.
And never take your eyes off of it. Okay.
Got to know your why too.
Okay.
Yep.
And it's the thing of looking. I've used this for the race car drivers. I once
we're
heard
from
I'm from Indianapolis, and I once heard before one of the pre-races. They're talking with the drivers, and they're always asking silly questions and that kind of stuff. And with the Indy cars, they literally come within a couple inches at 200 mile an hour of the wall. I mean, think about that. They're coming out of the turn and literally with a couple inches of the wall. And they say, what keeps you from crashing into the wall? And aren't you scared? Well, they say, we don't look at the wall. We look at the next turn. So they're looking, even though they're coming out of turn 4, into the straightaway, the front straightaway, they're already looking down the line at the next turn, entry into the next turn.
What's coming?
That's where they're looking. They don't look at the wall because they've said if you look at the wall, that's where you wind up.
You're in it.
That's how the joke of the kid riding a bicycle or even skiing. You got the one tree, the one riding a bicycle, the one. And that's what I'm looking at. And it's just how I just wind up hitting that one tree, and it's all wide open area because that's what I'm focused on.
There's a good Bob's Burger episode about that.
Right.
Yes, I did just reference Bob's Burger. That's so funny. I'm
We're
sorry.
so proud that we watched that.
I don't watch it anymore. But there was
With
a
our
good-
kids.
That was
okay.
I don't
So we
think
can
that's
relate to
very
our
good.
kids.
I don't think that's
it's
good
not
that we
saying.
let them watch it either.
But we just wanted to relate to our kids. Okay. But
Sorry.
that's why don't be all in, on my expenses and waiting for, ROI and all this fancy talk, starting out that we got to see this ROI and this and I got to cut this and we can't, that kind of stuff.
No.
Okay,
all that stuff comes
right.
later. But
when you focus on nothing but that, that's where you wind up. Okay, if you
Okay.
focus on that top line, up. I'm going to grow. I'm going to grow,
Yes.
not decrease. Okay, increase, not decrease.
Okay.
In fact, we want to increase even these expenses. That's another thing. The guys that start flipping out. I can't believe I'm spending this much on marketing.
Okay, what's your top line?
Well, what's your top right? Right? I can't believe I spend this much on trucks. Well, what's okay.
Investing.
Right. That's exactly okay. All right. Craig asked, how do you feel about just working as a one-man team? I work alone and doing pretty good so far. Opinions? You own your job, Craig.
You own your job.
Okay.
And
you don't
what
have
are you going to do
business.
when you're old like us?
Right. Okay.
Because you look pretty young.
Just being straightforward.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, if you like being a one-man team, go work for someone else. Okay.
And be their top guy.
And be their top guy. Okay. Where it's more secure, they're paying benefits and all that kind of stuff.
Right. Because you really do just own your job. But what's going to happen when you get hurt?
Right.
What's going to happen when your knees go out, your back, whatever it might be.
Okay.
Right. And you don't want to think about that those things happen, but I mean, it's plumbing.
Well,
right?
we talked to hundreds, if not thousands,
billion.
so far. I mean,
At least a
we're
billion.
not like McDonald's yet. We haven't talked to that. but I mean, it's sad. And this is the story, Craig, of guys that make a good living. I mean, you can be in a truck and you can work for yourself. You feel like you're doing all this, working for yourself, making pretty decent money, living week to week, have a decent house, have a couple new cars, go, until you're 50 years old and your back's giving out and you have nothing to show for it. There's nothing to sell, not a customer list, that's nothing.
And do you love plumbing?
Right.
That's the question too. Do I just absolutely love plumbing? I love being in the customer's home and doing plumbing and serving the customer and doing all the plumbing things. If you love that, then we always say, then go be the number one guy at a great plumbing company.
Right.
And there's all kinds here that are watching. I don't know where you live, Craig, but maybe some of the others in the group, because I know we've got a lot of Success Academy and Journeyman and Apprentice members. Kind of give Craig some advice as well. And again, Craig, these are guys that started out almost, I would say the vast majority of everybody in the academy, whether it's journeyman level or apprentice and master, when they started out, one truck chucks, right, and have grown their plumbing businesses. So guys, go ahead and throw some advice up to Craig. You did ask, so here you go, Craig.
Hey, this is no snowflake zone.
Yes.
Okay,
so,
we just want to be straight. Okay, and if that offends anyone,
no, he asked. And
tough,
so,
right?
Yeah,
Okay. Hey, just want the best for you, Craig. All right. Again, the best. If you really like plumbing, go work and be the best plumber for someone else. Let them carry all the problems and deal with everything.
Because every plumbing company needs great plumbers.
If you're truly looking for security and to build an asset that provides the freedom and the life that you desire for you and your family, then grow a plumbing business. Okay, and here's how. First of all, focus on the top line.
Here we go. See, you're in the right place.
Right. Number 2. Okay. All right. Number 2. Hit it.
Shelby.
Buy that truck. Okay?
Our clients have never heard us say that.
Buy that truck. Okay? Again, can't buy new. Okay? Don't buy, just me starting out. I don't have any money. I want to get this piece of crap. I'm going to
spray paint it.
Spray paint it every morning. And that kind of stuff. Okay?
We did that.
All right? All right? Buy the new truck. Why a new truck? Okay, again, buying some old piece of crap that you feel you can't afford. I mean, unless you're really in a tough situation.
Yes.
You're coming out of bankruptcy. You just got out of prison. Whatever it may, that kind of a thing, and you're living, down, in a paper bag down by the river. Right. Okay. That kind of a thing. Get whatever you can get, and then move into that, at least so that you get going, so that you fall forward.
But really, even saying that, we don't want to give an excuse on that.
But there really is no excuse.
Yeah.
Because what that's buy that new truck, because that sets you up in a couple different ways here. You may do good as one guy, but you're worth it. And imagine how much better you can do as a bigger company. Freedom lifestyle.
Oh, Jacobs drank the Kool-Aid for sure.
Right on. Hey, the Jordans were just a great example here. They had a family business that their dad had, his dad had for years. I mean, it's a 30-some year business, okay? He's taken it over. And finally is growing it, okay?
Because it was just dad and the son,
okay,
right?
And it was providing a decent life, all right? But they could never go anywhere or do anything. They were just here for a week and
Spur
were
of the
making
moment.
money. Spur of the moment, making money.
Getting out of Minnesota.
Everybody, and they didn't have to be there.
Right. It's a beautiful thing. Well, we had other clients too
Okay.
who just recently went to Jamaica.
Jamaica, right.
And yeah, 2 years ago, they wouldn't have dreamed to be able to leave their plumbing business. The wheels would have completely come off. But they went to Jamaica for a week, I think a week, 5 whatever days, and yeah, ran totally smooth.
Okay. All right.
So that's not owning your job. That is owning an asset.
Yeah, we talk about, we're talking, there's a difference between owning your job, I mean, you know, which is, I got a plumbing truck and my name's on it, and I'm out there doing the work, okay? That's owning your job.
Yes.
Which you'll have nothing to show for when you get older, okay?
Yes.
Building an asset, building a business, growing a business, all right? You'll have something that will provide the lifestyle, you know,
Yes.
the freedom lifestyle, and provide the security, you know.
For you and your family.
Right, okay?
But buy that truck.
Buy that truck.
Because?
It does a couple things, first of all, for you. It has sort of a scarcity mindset. We're buying that new truck, okay? This is the growth mindset, okay? You're buying this new truck, okay? So it's looking up. You're looking up, okay? I'm this, not, ooh, this is all I can do, and this is all I'm worth, okay? That doesn't set you up mentally in the right position, okay? Right, the right headset, okay? Also, it gives you a greater value, okay? So you look more.
Yes.
You look like you're worth it.
Yes.
You look like you know what you're doing, pulling up in a new truck. I know that doesn't sound politically correct, you know, but take it from a guy.
What difference does it make what kind of truck I show up?
People judge
I'm
a book by
great plumber.
People don't care. They're judging you by how you
Yes.
look. Period.
We're both so good at succinctly saying what we mean. Trucks are your true storefront. Exactly right. So if you had a crappy storefront,
That's a good way, right?
or you know you've got a restaurant and it just looks all run down and gross, but you may be an amazing chef and amazing food, but gosh, you just don't want to walk in there because it's all dirty and you're like, man, what are they cooking back there? And should this place be condemned?
Okay.
Yeah, same thing. Same thing. Improves your value.
Right,
New
improves your
trucks
value.
do.
Also, new trucks are dude magnets. So when you go to hire someone as a one truck company, two truck company, small, and you really want the guys that you want aren't the guys you just want to pick up.
Yeah.
You know, oh, thank you for coming to work for me. Come work with me. We'll do this together.
Don't ever
you know
say that.
Or, no, okay? You want the guys that are working in the big companies or whatever, to get them to come over to you, you got to look like something real.
Right.
You know, not that, you know, you borrowed your daddy's pickup truck, okay?
Or you found something down by the river.
Down right, okay?
Yes.
That was just left there, you know?
Look what I found.
Look what I found. I can rebuild it. It'd be like Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Right.
Nobody watching knows what Chitty Chitty Bang Bang is, baby.
Okay. All right. So buy that truck.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, before we go to the commercial break, how are we coming across? I know a few weeks ago we were glitching in and out and in and out. We made a number of changes in the studio and in our software and all the things. So, yeah, guys, just let us know if you would. You know, sounds good, no glitches, everything's great. We sure hope that's the case.
All right.
So I don't see anything smoking over there.
There's nothing smoking over. Right.
So far, I think we're
may
going
drive
out
you to
there.
smoke, but it ain't smoking yet.
Ain't smoking yet.
Okay.
All right, so.
All right. So you mentioned here, hey, something you don't have to buy. I have something here for you for joining us here, all right?
Ooh.
And it's free, all right? It's my $1 Million Plumber Blueprint, okay? In it, I've laid out the exact specs that you've got to know, okay, have in place to build that successful, self-sustaining, and very profitable plumbing business. It's all laid out there for you, my $1 Million Plumber Blueprint, and it's free. Simply type free in the comments. That's FREE, or go to themilliondollarplumber.com/free to grab your blueprint today.
And I was just
All right.
looking at some of the comments. Let's see, who just said, Ricky. Hey, Ricky. Haven't seen you for a bit. I just spent $13,000 on old vans last year. Whoa. Yeah.
I mean, the van thing is a biggie, okay? It's another mindset. Guys, if you're just starting out, buy new.
Buy new.
Okay, you think, well, you know, that's going to be a $700 payment. How many jobs does it take to pay that?
If you're charging your true
If you're
hourly
charging
rate.
your true hour, right? That kind of a thing. It's nothing. Okay, that's how you look at it.
And also a mindset for yourself too,
Right.
as opposed to being in an old beater truck, nervous that it's going to break down or what it looks like or whatever. You're going to feel better, just like
Right.
putting on a new suit, right?
Right.
Not that clothes make the man, but you put on a nice suit and feeling all in whatever. What do you say?
Well, the clothes do make them. I mean, it is different. I mean,
What's the word I'm looking for?
What?
Kind of feeling yourself in the suit where you know I'm looking good. It's the same thing with the truck. You get
Yeah.
into a nice brand new truck, logoed out, kick charged out.
right.
There's a difference.
There's a
It
huge
changes the
difference.
mindset. Mhm.
Okay, and that mindset is key. It's a falling forward mindset, not
Yes.
playing it safe.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay.
Now it's not saying you can't do these things. I know companies, that buy cheap stuff and spray paint it and do it, but again, they're not living the freedom lifestyle.
Correct.
And they're fighting over every dollar. I mean, it's just a whole life. We're talking about creating a system here where it just kind of just runs.
Right.
Okay. All right. And
owning your
again,
job.
that's a way of thinking.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
So we had focus on the top line. Okay. Buy that truck, and then finally, number 3, the last point. All right, to help grow your plumbing business, act like a big company right now. Okay. Act like that big company right now. I'm the best. I'm the biggest. I'm the baddest. Okay, you got to have some attitude,
I provide
guys.
best value.
Right. This is professional plumbing. Okay. This is business. This isn't everyone gets a trophy or ribbon. All right. There's no hugging in baseball.
No, there's no crying.
When my
in
son,
baseball.
well, there was crying, but my son comes off,
that's right.
and everybody got a hug for making it to first base because they struck out, but everyone got to first
no,
base.
nobody struck out.
Right. Well,
There
never
was no
struck out.
striking
Everyone got to right.
And you yelled across as Nick
As my son was getting a hug from the coach. Don't hug the coach. Okay, there's nothing. Okay, don't be hugging a coach. All right, you got to go with the attitude. Okay, business, you got to have the attitude. I'm going to kick this thing's butt. That's the problem.
What?
That's a problem there because
the
most
problem?
of us come from. That's where we get into some of the psychology of things. That's why I cover, in Module 2 of the Academy, your why.
Yes.
And we get into
Why do you
the
have this
head trash
plumbing?
and that kind of. It's
Yes.
so important.
Yes.
It's so important because you got to start out. I'm going to kick this thing's butt, and those that do, those are my clients. I mean, I got firsthand. I mean, those that do in a year. 18 months, I mean, they're multi-millions and going. The ones that are still like, I don't know, or I can't, or I'm just not that they struggle, until we get past that. And
Yes.
I relate that. I struggle for the first 4 to 5 years,
We did all the dumb things.
I did right. I don't want you to do my dumb things.
Don't do the
Okay,
dumb
you don't
things
have to
we
do
did.
these dumb things. Okay, so I mean, it's like having the attitude. I had wrote here. It was it's having an attitude of expectation.
Yes.
I expect to be here. Okay, Gary's asked how to find good workers. We'll come back to that, Gary.
Gary.
Okay, all right. It's an attitude of expectation.
Okay.
Okay. Not having good workers out there is an excuse, by the way, Gary. Okay. You want to have an attitude of expectation, like all the good guys are going to want to work for me. Okay.
Yes.
Subconsciously, most have. Well, I'm just a little guy. No, I know. I don't. No one wants to work for me. Even though you may not talk, but that's what's coming across energy-wise. Okay, you got to be, like it was Muhammad Ali. I like he said, "I'm the greatest of all time." You know that when Muhammad Ali first said, "I'm the greatest of all time," it's before he won any championships.
Really?
Before he won the heavyweight title. All right. I'm the greatest of all time. He spoke it into. All right. Now you can say, well, that's cocky or what.
Well, he ended up being
Right.
the greatest
Okay.
of all time.
Another one was, Joe Namath. I don't know if this was past year. I don't know if you guys remember Joe Namath. Okay, and in '69, the New York Jets took on the Baltimore Colts, which was the team, Baltimore Colts. And the New York Jets were almost a joke. It's like they were a put-together team. All right? Joe Namath said, I guarantee we're going to win the Super Bowl. I guarantee it.
Hello.
They went out and won. Okay? It's that attitude of expectation. Okay? All right? I was saying,
Yes, you better. Good one, Bo. Yes.
What?
Oh, Bo said, why would they want to work for you? You better know the answer to that.
All right, Bo, you're a good student, right?
Through our program or something.
Right. Guys, when you're looking to hire, you got to ask yourself, why would they want to work for me? Okay? All right? And all the good guys are working for someone else. So you got to get over this thing. I don't want to steal anybody.
Oh yeah, I don't want to steal from
I don't
another
want to steal
shop.
anybody.
What?
Okay, why don't you just go and...
Of course you want to steal from the other shops.
This is professional plumbing. You don't think
Thank
that...
you, Carmen.
You don't think that the professional football teams want the better players? They're looking, they're talking, and they're all, everyone knows each other and all that. Okay? This is professional plumbing.
Yes.
Okay? So you want the guys that are already working. Okay? There's plenty of good guys out there. They're just already working. And so what are you going to do to attract them?
Yes.
Okay, you got a piece of crap truck that's held together with duct tape and chewing gum.
Yeah, are you working them 24/7, all weekend, on call, holidays?
Right. Paying them, less than you or whatever because that's what. Well, I didn't make that much money when I came up. I'm a master plumber. He's just an apprentice. He can't get paid that. All right. Is that how you think? All right.
Dead man plumbing.
Right. Exactly right.
Yes.
Okay. But
yeah, they'll steal the guys from you. Exactly what Bo said. They'll steal the guys from you. Yeah, they will.
Yeah, they will.
If they're smart.
Because they're professional. These other companies, they're out to win.
Right.
Okay.
And if you're not stealing, you're offering something, hopefully a better opportunity than the other plumbing companies. And so let the technician decide. The technician wants to stay where he's at, that's fine. But if you've got something that is better, no nights, weekends, on call, holidays, better pay, better equipment, then the technician gets to decide. You didn't steal anybody. You just offered something better.
Right.
Just like that.
Okay, I don't mean to be ruffling feathers or whatever we're talking, or it sounds a little silly, but but this is straight talk. And I talk to these guys all the time, and how do I do this and how do I do that? But they're scared. They don't feel they're worth it. Okay.
And you are.
All right. You don't think like you got to think like a big company now. Well, that's just I'm not a big company now.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. You got to be
the greatest of all time.
Right. Start putting the systems in place now. Okay. Have the best uniforms now when it's just you.
Yes.
Have the brand new truck with all the fancy blah blah blah.
Right.
When it's just you.
Yeah, get branded now.
Okay.
Get the good branding now.
Right. Don't wait and say, well, I'll wait when we're this. Well, I love it when my competitor calls me up all mad because I'm paying my guys what I'm paying them. Right on, Bo. Right.
All day long.
Right, let her call. Right. Ooh, just.
What are you supposed to say? Well, okay, I'll pay them less, I guess. So you're not upset.
Okay,
No.
let them. Okay, just.
So act like a big company.
Act like a big company
like a
now.
big company
So
now.
you got to see yourself as worth it and big.
Yes.
And that I'm the best of all time. I guarantee the win. Okay.
Yes.
You gotta think like that. All right. And that's why going back, if through like this process we're going through, and you're one that wears a mask walking into the building when you don't have to, especially here in Florida, okay, where there's that kind of thing, you're not going to make it, okay, because it's all scarcity, and I'm little, and I got to wait till they're telling me when it's safe, and then I can go out and do whatever, You can't be that way with business,
Yes.
Okay.
You cannot.
You got to be a man, okay.
Okay.
You got to be the man.
Okay.
Get out there and get her done.
Yes.
All right.
And actually, yes, good, Bo. Carmen Lacosta, hello, Carmen, mentioned Applicant Pro because I can't forget who said something about where do you find good people. Applicant Pro is a great place to find people.
Yes.
Where it's kind of your off-site recruiting and HR. I think if you type in hire, H-I-R-E, hire, in the comments, you get a link to Applicant Pro.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure it's hire.
And so these are things that
Or
like to have in
recruit.
place right now.
I'm one of those.
By the way, I forget who's asked it, but you're going to recruit. You're going to hire all the time. Okay. You may not hire everybody all the time, but you're going to recruit.
Never stop.
Okay. Recruit. All right, Gary.
There,
thank
that was
you.
it,
How to
yes.
find good workers. You need to find good workers. This has been a problem for 30 years, as long as I've been in the plumbing field. There's never been enough plumbers. the talk has always been the same. It's not about the trades, and it's not about this, and it's not about that, and there's just no one wants to work. And granted, there are things like, right now in our I think, people may be a little bit more afraid, so it may be harder to get the guys to move. It's even more important to be more attractive, because I think there is something right now, the way things are in the economy, guys are a little nervous to move,
right.
Unless something's truly better.
So you got to make it truly better.
So you got to be truly better. But that problem has always been there. Okay, the problem is that about all the plumbing companies don't look for someone until I need someone.
They need someone.
And it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way in any industry.
Right.
Okay, you got to constantly be recruiting. So you have to make it part of your culture. Ain't about plumbing, Gary. You're not in the plumbing business. Okay, you're in the marketing business and the recruiting business. Period.
So the day you sell your asset.
Yep. So
Hey, someone else mentioned something about that you did not get the free blueprint that you asked for about 3 weeks ago. We had a glitch. Facebook just hates us. Should be working now. So whoever said that, type free in the comments again, and it should be working at this point. So sorry about that. Yeah, glitchy Facebook. Okay. So I interview 1 to 3 plumbers a week, each week.
All right.
Al, that's Big Al. Okay. Hey, Big Al.
Oh, all right.
How you doing?
That's the way to go, man. That's obviously hit home with you, and that's the way you got to do it. Okay, even when you're, I get this. Well, my crew's great. How many times I've heard even with my
crew is great.
I got the best, and literally within 2 months there'll be some story of how I should have listened to you. I should have listened. Of all these great guys.
They all fell off the face of the earth.
Okay, you don't have a great crew. Okay, in fact, here's where I did spend. If I had any scarcity thought,
leave that up for a Shelby.
Okay, if I had any scarcity thought, it was. In fact, I never planned my guys to stay any longer than 90 days. Now they did.
Yes.
But in my mind, I was set for these guys. There's a honeymoon period. The guys only going to last 90 days. Because they're the greatest. They come in. We'd actually have them crying. I've had guys crying in my office. They says, "I thank you so much for this job." No on-call. No what. I've had their wives call me. And just say, "I'll have your baby." No.
I'll name our first child
right after you. Right. And just all this stuff, and then literally within a couple months, I'm the biggest, whatever.
Non-nice person.
Because I expect them to keep their truck clean.
Right.
I expect them to provide options to work the system. Right.
So Goodyear Plumbing is asking a question.
I'm licensed in 2 states, 30 years experience. All right, trying to make the switch from new commercial to service work. How? You just
do it.
You just got to man up, Mr. Goodyear, and do it.
You just do it. Give it tangible.
You are dead man plumbing.
Okay, the way that you do
commercial.
You do have to move to service work. The way to do it is get on Google My Business and LSAs.
You'll be just as big.
Yes.
This is the phone book. Everybody who has a plumbing problem in your city today and tomorrow,
that's where they go.
Will go here and say plumber near me.
Yes, and then
you need to pop up here.
When you do start getting those residential service jobs, those take priority over everything else. And so slowly but surely, you'll have more residential service than commercial, and you'll phase it out. Right. So I don't know if anybody else in the group, and again, we've got a lot of our clients and Success Academy members watching that might address that with the same thing, where new construction or some light commercial. Join the Success Academy, Goodyear Plumbing. Thank you, Bobby, for that little plug. But yeah, you just start, and Google's where you start. GMB, Google My Business, is a free listing. You get on Google My Business.
Guys, it's never been easier.
We just said
we just did that today. It's like it's almost these new apps and the stuff, and it was like
it just makes everything so
I could have
easy.
I could have done this with both eyes closed and one arm tied behind my back. Guys, it's never been easier.
Easy. Yes.
And affordable. Okay? But there is a game that you got to play.
Yes.
Okay? And what can be a little nervous is for a non-techie guy like me, this is where it could be, I'm not a techie guy. So how do I get on?
Yes.
How do I do this? Well, the Success Academy will tell you how.
The Success Academy will.
Okay? And who will get you there. Okay? But it's not it's making that transition. Okay? And it's also seeing and having the understanding of which customer that you can actually win with and which one you're losing with. Right. You're losing doing new commercial work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you get really deep pockets and have been able to cash flow and be the bank for, because I'm sure you don't get paid up front. which just doesn't happen very often.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
as far as kind of,
But the odds are, if you're listening, if you're listening to this and following this, the odds are you're not. I mean, I could just tell, not because it's you, Mr. Goodyear, but it's just how it is. It's just awfully tough to come from nothing. All right, but Gary's bringing it, man.
Gary is bringing it. We don't like him.
Okay, it doesn't matter. Stop looking at the competition. My thing is that we're saying, well, there's guys out there doing it for $45 a drain. Most of your customers don't know that, and your right customer is not going to not call you because you're not advertising $45 a drain.
Right.
Okay. I mean, back in my day, we were doing just a standard drain at $247. I got guys now the clients they're doing it, $300 to $400 for a standard drain opening.
Right.
Easy and getting it all day long. Okay. Mindset. It's knowing what you're worth and what you believe. Okay. All right.
So Gary, go and get the free blueprint. Just type free in the comments, and that's a great place to start. Is local services ad and PPC worth? Local service ad, absolutely, because that's LSAs or Google guaranteed, right? Two different ways that they say it.
Right.
PPC, pay-per-click, depends on your area.
It's hit or miss.
It's hit and miss, and it's expensive.
Right.
It's way easier to play the LSA game than it is the PPC game. So if you're kind of just starting out and not sure, LSAs all day long. Well, GMB first, Google My Business first. That's free. Get that done, and then the second would be making sure you are
Google guaranteed. Google.
And having a decent budget, and then later.
Aaron's right. The $45 don't even pay the gas to drive across town.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yes, and you know what those are, the $45 drain cleaning. I mean, it's high pressure sales at that point.
Right.
You know what it is. They're not cleaning drains for $45. They're not doing it.
The handyman guy may be, because they're just not, they just don't know.
But not plumbing companies.
But these other bigger plumbing companies that you see,
Right.
43 or it's free, 93 or it's free.
Yeah.
Those are hardcore sales companies that are hard selling, pushing. I'm not a fan of that at all. You don't have to sell.
No.
In fact, in the academy, we have, selling made easy. It's not about selling. I hate selling, then have to sell. Your guys don't have to sell.
Nope,
but you can systemize it so that it makes the customer feel comfortable. By the way, the customer's already sold. They called you. No one wakes up in the morning and wants to call the plumber. So they're already sold.
Right.
Okay.
So give them what they want.
Right.
Their day back.
There we go. That's exactly it.
And you can learn about that.
Right. If you want to know more about that. Okay. And these things we just talked about, and and if you're truly serious about growing your plumbing business, look, you can spend the next 5-10 years losing, wasting money and time. Okay. Or you can take a shortcut. Okay. And with less than in a year. I mean, you could be a multi-million-dollar plumbing business living the freedom lifestyle, okay? Because I tell you what to stay away from, all right? And it's all in my $1 Million Plumber Success Academy, okay? Where I teach you the business of plumbing, okay? You didn't learn plumbing in a day. You're not going to learn business just because you now have your name on a truck. Okay, and it's not hard. Okay, it doesn't have to be hard. In fact, I make it simple for you. Okay, I made it simple for you because I needed to make it simple for me. And quite frankly, it is simple. But you got to do. These are the equations. Okay, these are the things that you got to do. We cover everything about how to figure out your honest hourly rate, your own flat rate pricing,
who your right customer is,
very important. The right kind of marketing to do. Okay. All right,
how to get Google guaranteed.
Right, all
the things.
Everything. Okay, we covered all there. All right, in the academy, and it's all laid out there for you. Simply type success in the comments, or go to themilliondollarplumber.com/success to get your free 14-day trial. All right, so it doesn't even cost you anything up front. All right, and check it out.
You're
okay,
so generous.
There we go. All right, hey, it was great having you here. And as always, before I let you go, I want to remind you that you are purposefully and wonderfully created. So. Live like a champion.
Thank you for tuning in to Potty Talk Live with Richard Bainey, the $1 Million Plumber. If you enjoyed this show, share it now.
Just do it.
To catch past episodes and get alerts for new episodes, turn notifications on now and join us again for more tips, techniques, and strategies to help you grow your plumbing business.